Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Hand of Fate 2. So we're gonna do the star. Mages are opening the gates of the underworld in the dark corners of the Empire. Close the portals before it's too late. We will be dealing with relics which wish only death on their owners. Prepare to encourage scrounge life where you can. We're going to be doing some kind of gambits. Keep your wits about you when dealing with magic and mage, and we'll be fighting against corrupted. Increasingly, I'm spending more and more time trying to avoid playing more of this game, so we kind of have to wrap up this experience. I'm struggling to accomplish every single mission that seems in line with the rest of the people playing the game. We've only unlocked 3 or 4 platinum cards at most, and yeah, there's just a lot of grinding that seems like would still exist if you were actually going to try to get all 99 achievements in this game, or even just get to the credits. If I fail miserably at this mission, there may really not be any more of the main challenge missions to do, and we will just try the other challenges.
You understand the game. You have let it shape you. You may have the skills we need to face him, or you may die.
Undoubtedly, this feels like a trek where we are going to end up fighting Callus when we probably shouldn't be. The village of Fortsford gathers in the town hall to discuss the mage resurgence. Well, an elderly farmer stood upon the stage. I saw it clear as day with my one good eye. An almighty swirling spiral, black and sparking, came to take my corn. And our lives, comes a hysterical shout from the back of the room. The caucus descends into pandemonium, so we need to close 4 portals. We can ask the mayor some questions. Mayor tries to calm the assembly, but has little luck. A sobbing woman throws a chair at the window in a frenzied terror. Let's ask about portals. He could be lying unintentionally. The mayor sighs. Old Frank is very, very blind. Ask about mages. Well, we all know mages are around, despite the Empire telling us they're merely tales. However, I've heard they're getting more dangerous, a sign of the times. Alright. And we begin our journey. The mayor stops you before you go, shaking off a screaming farmer. The Empire is off in the north somewhere. There's nobody to help us. I beg you, comb the area for anything suspicious. If you do, I'll reward you. We still have the corruption at the top right of all of these challenge cards, and I still wonder if that is going to do something at some point. So we have the mayor's blessing. Sweep the area. Receive 10 food when you reveal all encounters on the table. Alright. We were probably going to do that anyways. You're unsure of where to start, but you know you must close these portals somehow.
Each tool represents part of the power that I once held.
So immediately we have a brimstone card. Decaying Inn. On a lonely imperial road there lies a dilapidated tavern known as the Black Cauldron. Inside you spot a group of mages huddled together in a dark corner of the tavern. Let's see. They're gazing enraptured at a dull copper goblet in the center of the table. Shake one of them. Take the goblet away. Well, we know that the items here are going to probably be cursed, so let's shake one of them. Grab the closest one and give them a bigger shake. Fighting some unseen resistance, he turns to look at you with red-rimmed eyes. The mage is weeping. Help me. It's killing me. Take his place. Take the goblet away. Well, neither one of those seem good, but let's see what happens if we take his place. You gently lift the gibbering mage out of his seat and take his place. The goblet has ensnared you. All you can do is sit and stare, the feel of a great hunger in the pit of your stomach, and wonder how much time has passed. You see Malcolm's waiting patiently in your peripheral vision. You want to scream, but no sound comes out. You lose 10 life. The mage that you rescued is nowhere in sight. So we need an 18 dice roll here. Yeah. To break out of this deadly trap. Malcolm still hasn't recognized your predicament. You lose 10. Now we need a 16.
Games within games within games.
So the game is getting, the target is getting lower at least. Malcolm still hasn't recognized your predicament. Now it's 14. Malclips, who's been scrounging the tavern for ale, returns with 2 dusty mugs. He nudges you with an elbow. Care for a tipple, coin slave. The goblet releases you. You gain 2 fame. Weeping with gratitude, you gasp and push weakly away from the table. After recovering with some water and bread, you proceed to gently free the other mages from the goblet's horrible prison. In thanks, they cast a ward on you, protecting you against the goblet's power. Given their diminished state, you doubt the strength of the enchantment. Cast it into a portal and rid the world of its evil. So we have the goblet, which is a cursed item. The new wielder of the item will gain a curse. It's bound. Card 2 can't be discarded. And we have the goblet's curse. Consume 2 food instead of 1 while traversing the map. If I can read that correctly. So we helped the mages when we maybe should have just taken the goblet immediately. But I imagine the curse would have been even worse if we hadn't gotten that enchantment. Where it would have taken 3 food. So we need just like a portal immediately. Let's try and gamble here. Let's pay for a hint one more time. And that tells me it's either food or healing potions. It was food last time. We need food. Let's go with food. You pray for food and reach into the darkness. Something lines the bottom of the chest. You grab hold of it and extract what appears to be food. You gain 2 fame. Let's see what happens if we ask Malaclips to guess. Come now, kind swindler, Malaclips shouts at the man. We both know the game is rigged, as I am beautiful. Be a chap and give us the fee back. We've already drawn a delightful crowd for you. A few presents begin to form a crowd drawn by the bard's rowdiness. Knowing any protest would result in further noise from Malaclips, the man acquiesces. Very well. You've twisted my arm. You gain 4 gold. Okay. So again, odds are probably low that any of it is right. So let's pay for a hint again. And find no honey to help your hunger in there. Okay, so we know it's not food this time. So we're gonna need gold anyways. Okay. Something like slices the bottom of the chest, you grab hold of it and extracts what appears to be gold. And so that got me the item we're looking for. And I guess we can ask Malaclips to guess again. It's gold, of course, he yells with confidence. Let's go with his guess. It was food. So we got the shard on that card, so we'll never probably want to play that card again.
Here's a token for you, if you can earn it.
The deadly mortiforan woods block your path. Make camp at the fringes of the forest. Enter the forest. Let's see what happens if we make camp at the fringes of the forest.
It is not too late to plan better.
We wait out the night, but nothing eventful happens. Let's see if this winter solstice works. You take the mayor's blessing this time and trade it. But that always seems like that's the wrong move. So there must be some specific blessing. Why are we? Let's see. Let's just take a statue. Another curse. We knew that was going to be a cursed item.
A balance of resources is key. No one wants to perish wealthy, but starving.
Yeah, I really just don't want to read any of this anymore, so unfortunately I'm going to have to just say, if you want to read this, the rest of the dialogue in this game, I think you're going to have to just either pause the videos or play the game yourself, because I am completely uninterested at this point in reading most of this dialogue. And see, this is ridiculous. We've had weapons that say kill mages for a long time, and this is the first time in 27 episodes where we've actually seen a mage. A century of persecution has left almost only the most martial still willing to call themselves mages. Mages create pools of dark magic, attack them quickly to stop the casting. We also have a giant ogre, which we otherwise would have only fought a couple of times, I think. Well, maybe once before. See, it seems like the move here is probably that you have to attack the ogre 2 times at most and then dodge out of the way. So now we have a warrior's axe
Nicely
reward.
done.
So we'll not have to use the warrior's axe anymore. I probably should read this, though. And once everybody dives back into the tent to take as many spoils for himself as possible, there's a lot of hissing and kicking. You manage to slide in and grab a couple things before sneaking away. Okay, slow swing, extra defense, gold, food. Our health is in a very poor position.
They have begun an inquisition, yet it is too late now.
You cross paths with a party of Empire soldiers. The commander stops to interrogate you there. What do you know about these portals? The commander scrutinizes your face. Of course you don't. You clearly of the peasantry. His eyes travel to your helm. What are you doing with something so dangerous? Forfeit that immediately. Apparently I would have to have 15 fame. So do we want to forfeit it or do we want to refuse? Defiance and Rage is the commander, which is now just going to lead to another fight, which may very well just end this entire run.
I hope this works.
The yelling whenever I use this ability is a little too much. Definitely feels like you should have had her yell every second or third time you activated the ability. The lowly herald bounds from a bush and runs terrified into the distance. The Empire will learn what transpired here. The dealer adds more Empire monster cards to the deck. Great. You check the Fallen for anything of value. Let's take the bloodletting vial. Oh, I didn't realize I already had the crossbow weapon. I could have been using that. Let's go and camp and see if we can trade for things. Here we have the Ring of Defense. Increase your defense by 5. Or we could buy a bunch of food. You probably want to buy a bunch of food. And could we afford anything else? Not really. And if I'm gonna survive here, I probably should heal myself to full level that way. And we're looking for a portal. Our fame is still too low. So do we want to fight again? I guess we are going to. So, as far as I know, there's no real way to increase your fame on the very first move with supplies or anything.
By sea and sun, fate and fame.
I'm trying to target the enemies that are armored and have shields first. We're not really fighting the corrupted yet. We're fighting a whole bunch of Empire people. Which it kind of feels like Empire people would have been the people you would have fought the most in this game, but it's not really the case. So more Empire monsters. Ring of Defense now. Gold. but we must just jump through a portal, because it feels like we would have seen a portal here.
Callus has ruled for 100 years, and in that time the Empire has become more brutal by the moment.
So yeah, your way to leave the level is to go through a portal or close a portal. Maybe get sucked through a portal as you close it. An ominous red glowing emanates from a cave across the great forest-board lake. Investigate the cave. Stepping lightly, you peer into the cave, and just as old Frank had described, a great portal churns, black as night, sparkling with red lightning. Corrupted creatures crawl from the portal. The cursed goblet in your haversack hums and pulsates with energy as the portal calls for it. So we have to throw an item, I guess, into the portal each time. So let's go ahead and throw the goblet into the portal and see if that means we're going to end up fighting 7 blighted or not. The portal churns with greater vigor until it explodes, releasing its energy. Nope, you still end up fighting the corrupted. We'll use our item that's strong against corrupted. That saves me from dying in that fight. And so we're probably just going to lose from starvation in the next couple moves. Nope, in one
Gasping
move.
with each step, hoping to survive. Find food if you can. If you would prepare for Callus, you will need to improve your ability to find food.
I would argue that that is definitely true. Is that we have really screwed up as far as having too little food in almost every playthrough. And I just kind of feel like the game is probably a little unbalanced. And I vaguely recall feeling like something similar with the first game. We do get some rewards here, at least one. For your combat prowess with the warrior's axe, you now have the chieftain's axe.
Carry on. Do what you will.
So the star is the last one that we can actually try before we're gonna just have to do an adventure and see what that is. Just doesn't seem like we're gonna luck out and unlock the devil or the moon at this rate. We can think, now that we've seen the experience once, what would we want otherwise? I think that companion's still good. This gain max life move, we still haven't figured it out. We can get rid of mystery chest, and we would need a ton of food for the underneath. We should probably do that though. Maybe this would just be a gain fame card that would be better. Yeah. We'll take the gain fame instead. Apparently you can lose life or gain gold at Goblin Town. Not really changing too much here. We can get rid of the ring of defense in favor of something else, but I'm not sure we know what that something else is. We'll take the ring of food, I guess. And then we have this chieftain axe, which, let's just inspect this. We don't know what the chieftain axe does, so we should try it first, but I do suspect this is probably just as close to a platinum version of a weapon we'll ever have. And since we didn't even use that, let's start with 5 food and try and increase our odds of winning this time. And we'll give it a second try. It doesn't seem like there's anything here that would reduce brimstone cards or remove brimstone cards.
Here we take a step back and touch upon the mystery. How did things come to change?
We'll just skip things that we've already seen. And then you immediately go into Decaying Inn. So let's see what happens if we just take the goblet away. The goblet is surprisingly heavy and takes some effort to lift off the table. Merely holding it sends a strange chill up your spine. You try to drop the artifact, but it somehow compels you to keep it. So this is cursed. What is a curse? It consumed 2 food instead of 1 while transversing the map. As you pocket the goblet, the mages suddenly stand and turn towards you as one. They open their mouths to scream an unholy sound that rattles the moldy rafters. Pitch increases unrelentingly and you cover your ears in desperation. The sound rings on in your skull, in your chest, your knees buckle, and you collapse blindly to the ground. You wish desperately for the screaming to stop. You lose 5 max life, so definitely seems like it would have been better to free them than just take the goblet. You know what? We're wrong here. Let's just go ahead and forfeit. Well, let's finish this encounter, but we need dice rolls. Pretty obvious. As quickly as it began, the screaming stops when your eyes readjust to the gloom of the tavern. You find only piles of ash where the mages had been. Gain 2 fame. You look around, the building is abandoned. Was it always empty? Okay. So let's go ahead and forfeit. And that's slow. All the animations you have to watch here just to start over. At least he doesn't rub it in with some inane dialogue. Okay, we want Coldburn. That makes a lot more sense. And then Dice Gambit items might be better. Do we have any more Dice Gambit things? Yeah, I think we're good. Just start with that.
Magic drifts across this land. Power has found its moment.
So you want to keep that first blessing, obviously, and you want to look at every location. So here we go with a 10. We might as well roll all of those again, I guess. 14, then we add a dice. So we only have to get a 5 or higher, or 4 or higher. We still fail. But this is just hurting us, it's not reducing our max life. There we got lucky. So that curse seemed to do just about the same thing again. Let's see. They want my weapon. We haven't seen what the weapon does yet. We could have just looked at what the weapon did. But I guess we can't now. So let's go and refuse. The Chieftain's Axe stuns corrupted. It is an armor breaker against corrupted, and it does 23 damage. It is a really good weapon against corrupted. Just in the nick of time when you really would need them. It's kind of crazy. You have like potentially 21 challenges in the main mission here, and yet to fight corrupted, there really are only 2 or 3 challenges in which you'll even see them. So the Chieftain's Axe, a well-crafted and perfectly weighted, a brutal yet simple tool. We don't have our companion here with us. We'll have to make sure we can. And so you have this giant axe. You'd think it would swing and kill a bunch of people in one swing, but it is not hitting even a single person extra. So even with a much more powerful weapon than usual, this whole fight mechanic, even on easy apprentice mode, is just not any different. It's not any better. So we will gain 30 gold. So I'm gonna just decline this. May trade blessing for max life. Let's decline and see what happens there. That didn't work either. Let's see if we can get lucky on this one. Nope. And we have a tyrant we're just about to fight, so I'm not very confident here. Oh, and yeah, that probably took a lot of life out of me. Let's see. Let's figure out what piece of equipment. Do we want to discard this for food? No, we want to continue and gain equipment. And I think we want Gambler's Hood first, but we can't actually equip that. So which one of these would take less fame? This one would, so we should take that one.
The power rage grants is often misunderstood.
So we now can equip a lesser defense just to try and get the shard from us, from that. As you hike through the mountains, one fine day you come across an injured traveler. This is the vampire, and we literally only have seen this card like once at the very beginning of this whole series. Okay. Accept his offer. 30% of your life. Wait. 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 30% of your life. I guess it's just 30% always. And so it feels like you could just get down to 30% over and over again. Let's see, can we get this down to 1 health? Let's go ahead and throw off the creature. So now we have this encounter card added. Let's see what we can trade. Buy a shield for 15, which is probably not what we want to do. We can buy food and food. And so you either gamble, which would be dumb in this case, or you heal. So we still have yet to figure out how this gnomish exchange is supposed to work. I feel like I'm supposed to trade a bomb with them or something. Like refusing to trade with them doesn't work. And yeah, we see gnomes so rarely. I wonder if a finisher can even hit him. So that these encounters, for those in particular, for the gnomish exchange, are just 100% repetitive. Okay. Let's give them the leather armor. Let's see what that does. Gain 15 life is worth it, so we will continue there. Gain 20 life is worth it, so we'll keep that. Gain 20 life is worth it, so we'll take that. Gain 2 fame. The gnomes retreat to the forest with the prize soon. So I'm still not sure if it is just a case that we haven't traded enough things, or what. Seems like I'm not starving.
Damage will persist
somehow.
unless you can find a meal to relieve yourself.
And here we have yet another tyrant fight. Probably the death of me. Let's see. What if we were... We may have gotten lucky here. Yep, seems like I got lucky. Tin max life. Sure. Again, I guess we'll take it. Food and some fame. And then Unrest and Iron Peak for some reason just gave me like 10 food. Why did I just get 10 food? There you go, give 10 food to the children. Oh, I got 10 food because I just cleared everything here. Suddenly an armed man sprints into the alley, knocks several children in the ground. Let's see. Let's stay back and observe and see what happens. Mad Eye draws his weapon as the children scatter. I'm not going back to prison. You watch as the silver-haired woman quickly and efficiently disables Mad Eye with a few rounds from her pistol. She marches past you unceremoniously, ties up Mad Eye, who groans in pain. That's how it's done, rookie, the woman says, acknowledging your presence without bothering to look up from her work. The woman's face is in an inscrutable mask once more as she stalks past, dragging Mad Eye by a chain. Make a hasty exit. So that did nothing for me. So I just wasted 10 food. So yeah, I got 10 food because I had revealed all the encounters, and then I just immediately wasted 10 food. But weirdly, I am not starving, and I couldn't tell you why that is the case. You consume 2 food instead of 1 when traversing the map. And then that doesn't do anything about food. That doesn't do anything about food. And that doesn't do anything about food. So I probably could have won this run had I not wasted 10 food. Of course, I can't blame anybody but myself for that one. Inherently, I guess it's a case that you just can't be as experimental as you would like for the variety of cards in this game. Here we can see in the corner there's a corrupted trying to escape and glitching against the wall. Yeah, I definitely would like a better version of this game, or a different version of this game, let's just call it a different version, where you could be pretty flippant about how you are going to play, what cards you're going to pick, how you're going to deck build, and you still have a decent chance of winning, particularly since it's player versus computer here. Sure, if this was player versus player, strategy would come into more of a important point. But the game really could just be really generous.
Consequence. Can you hold the dagger without being carved?
Rotting cave. Investigating a curious radiance leads you to a cavern strewn with candles. The stalactites look like monstrous teeth in the flickering light. In the depths of the cave, you find a young woman bound with ropes. A mage raises a dagger menacingly over her heart. You cry out in protest, your voice echoing in the chamber. The mage looks up without a hint of surprise on his face. Ah, the hero has come. But what will she do? I require sacrifice either way. With the dagger poised above the maiden's heart, your hands are tied. Let's see. What will you sacrifice to the gods? The mage licks his lips in anticipation. Let's see. My gold would be 3 gold pain cards, which is probably not that big of a deal. My glory, I don't think I would want to get sacrificed. The mage instructs you to throw your gold into a deep cleft in the earth. The mage hums in exaltations to the gods. Satisfied, he unbinds the woman and offers you the dagger. It will disrupt a portal if such things interest you, he says, blinking away to fame there. We have yet another cursed object now. Draw a life pain card before every encounter. Oh man. The dagger is uncomfortably warm, but you are compelled to keep it. Let's see. The maiden bows gratefully, ask her about the dagger. It's cursed, you know. The maiden's brown eyes are unsettling, dark in the dim cave, but it's beautiful and rare. Ask her about closing the portal. The magical doorways have been opening everywhere since last solstice. The maiden swishes her skirts like a little girl and giggles. I think the dagger will close it. It's powerful and dangerous. Okay. So we've got nothing here, and we're going to lose once again. We can go to the camp. We can look at the equipment and see if maybe we could sell some equipment. I don't think any of it's going to help me. We can't buy food. And even if we could buy food, it's not going to do us any good. I do want to see what curses we have. We have both curses. So you're starving and life draining. Yeah. There's just no way around this. You are just going to lose. So the starvation killed me even before.
Not after.
Before I even was able to take the life pain card to kill me. Yeah. Now, there's still a couple things we should try, but this series is quickly coming to a close. And weirdly, I could see myself still trying to play the game some more, just on my own personal time. But you have kind of an anti-motivating factor in that I have only, looks like 23 out of 99 achievements. in this game. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus probably 1 or 2 more missions that we can't win at or even see. So the hope here would be that something would change in adventure. If we do the servant or the map maker. I think the map maker was first. So that's what I think we'll want to set ourselves up.
Ah, this is a story yet to be told. Let us take a glimpse into the future, and with it learn of lands beyond death.
Now, see, this is very possibly DLC content, which would be even more difficult and very well may not help you in any way to do the other missions. In fairness, I do feel like I probably could do at least one of the early missions now, like the priestess. The mapmaker. There are places where the boundaries between life and death grow thin. None but the foolish and desperate would approach these gateways. But if you would change what has gone before, venture forth in the steps of thousands of mortals and gods who have failed before you. So there is a ghost tale. Ghosts and dead gods are not known for their charity. Use gold to ease your journey. A deadly quest. Few survive the mournful waste. Ensure you have enough food and means to reveal safe path. And then hardy creatures. Even in land wrecked and desolate, burning in the blood of gods, goblins persist. Okay. So we would need to complete the servant to unlock the shadow, and maybe the shadow as a DLC character companion might be very helpful. Right. So maybe we take him as a companion, and then maybe we take that and that. I don't know if these are really good things to play with, or if these are just things I would play with just because. Gain food sounds good. Gain fame, fight the empire. Probably need to do that. That one sounds good. That one sounds good. That one sounds good. That one sounds good. We'll take that one. And then let's see. Should have like a scouts one. That would be helpful too. Let's see, reveal map. It's not bad. There's still too many cards here. Yeah, just too many cards overall. I'm gonna be fighting goblins, so unless we had something specifically helpful against goblins. Take exactly one weapon. Take exactly one shield. Take this. Definitely feels like you should have like random random encounters with the skeletons every now and then. Seems like this extinguisher ring probably does need to be used with the dark forest, but that may not even really make sense. Okay. Food. Maybe shadows will show up. Charged attacks not really happening either. So the fact that you can have one platinum card and I don't have a platinum card in this whole setup, I think says something. Okay, well, that's the build out we'll do in the next episode, and we'll try the map maker, and if anything, I imagine we'll find it just as brutally difficult as everything else, and then we'll try to see if that maybe unlocks, even in losing, some other missions, or whether the adventure missions are going to be locked behind getting at least one success between the two unlocked missions. And there may just not be that many missions in the first place, because it may just be really small DLC. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and keep on watching. Thanks.